Hey guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. This is Tech F Check, and today we're going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, this phone right here. It's been about a month or so since I first got my hands on this device, and I wanted to share my personal experience and maybe help you decide if this is the right phone for you. Kicking things off, it has a starting price of £1,149 for the base model, which comes equipped with 128 gigabytes of storage and 8 gigs of RAM. This is an expensive phone. It's the top of the line phone made by Samsung, so that is to be expected. Most people are not even going to use this device to its full potential, but that doesn't necessarily mean you wouldn't want to have it. Let's not forget, Samsung is offering some great trade-in discounts, especially for their own devices. So if you have an older device you'd like to get rid of, or even a newer one you'd want to upgrade, give it a look, because it could knock the price down quite a bit. Also, don't forget to look for those Samsung promotional offers. You might be able to get a pair of Galaxy Buds Pro and 12 months of Disney Plus for free. Before moving on to the actual review of this device, I have made a short video to share with you guys the unboxing experience and some accessories you can get from Samsung.
I have gathered up all the accessories I got from Samsung for this phone, and we're just going to go through them real quick. Up first, we have this 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that I have only used when I forgot to charge my phone throughout the night, so not too much. Next to it, we got a wireless charger stand that I have on my desk for when I'm not using it, just to keep it juiced up throughout the day. On the left, we have the LED view cover, which unfortunately I don't have the box for. It has been decent so far, but I'm just looking to get another case. It's too bulky sometimes, and it doesn't really work well with car mounts and stuff like that. On the right, we have a couple of charging cables and a dual charger that supports up to 35 watt fast charging. Now let's talk about the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Let me just move all the accessories to the side. It is now time to unbox the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. First, we have the phone, obviously, at least that's still in the box, but we'll set this aside for a moment to take a look at the rest of the stuff that's in here. Under the device, we have this little box with the SIM card ejector tool on the back and a couple of stuff inside. These should be the quick start guide and the warranty in a few different languages. And we should also have a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. Yes, here it is. And we no longer get a charger, unfortunately. So there's not much to see here. I'll just unbox all the accessories and put it in the middle for you guys to see. Let me just take all this away first.
With the unboxing, let's get things going with the review. Initially, I'd like to talk a little bit about the overall design of this device. I know this P-shaped camera module has been pretty controversial, and don't get me wrong, I didn't like it at first either. I now appreciate how clean and minimal it looks. The bad thing with this design is that if you're using the phone without a case or with some third-party cases, it will get quite dirty around the lenses, which is pretty annoying. One thing I don't like though is the Galaxy Note form factor. I've always preferred the S lineup over the Note lineup, and even though I have been enjoying the S Pen and all its features that we'll talk about later, this more squared design is just not for me. Other than that, I love the matte glass on the back. It looks so good, and it's much more fingerprint resistant than the regular glass that was on my S10 Plus. As for the front of the phone, it has a curved display. Unlike most people, I do prefer a curved display over a flat display. I know it is more fragile and I know it's harder to find a screen protector that fully covers it. It just feels and looks so much better to me. The overall feel of this device is super premium to the point where it's scary to use it without a case. Moving on to what is, in my opinion, the best part of this phone, the display. The phone has a beautiful 6.8-inch 1440p AMOLED display at 120 Hz with an impressive peak brightness of 1750 nits. I do love the fact that Samsung keeps improving an already best-in-class display, despite the fact that they don't really have to. Being an LTPO2 panel this year, it means it can drop the refresh rate as low as 1 Hz when reading emails, for example, making this display as efficient as possible. This is undoubtedly the best display on a mobile phone. The media consumption experience is unmatched and the brightness is more than enough, especially if you turn on the extra brightness feature in the display settings. Up next we have the battery life. This phone has a massive 5000 mAh battery that hasn't caught on fire yet. A full charge usually gets me around 6 hours of screen on time, which means it's very unlikely you'll need to charge your phone throughout the day. In case you do need to charge it though, Samsung has also introduced 45 watt super fast charging, but from what I've seen, it's barely any different from the 25 watt fast charging we've had for years now. So I would not recommend getting the expensive 45 watt charger anytime soon. I showed you earlier the charger of my choice, which is this one. It can reach charging speeds up to 35 watts and it fully charges the phone in less than an hour, so that would be my recommendation. Specs aside though, the first couple of days were pretty terrible in terms of battery life, but that shouldn't scare you. The phone literally adapts to the way you use it and it becomes more efficient after just a few days. A new thing to the S lineup is the included S Pen, which up until now was the main difference with the Note lineup. I have personally never been a big fan of the Note devices, but I have to admit I've been using the S Pen to sign documents and even take notes quite frequently, and it is very convenient. I do understand though that not everybody's going to use it. Good thing is, no compromises were made to include it, so you can just buy the phone and never use it. It's now time for the most talked about part of the flagship device, the camera system. In short, my experience has been great. You have a bunch of different modes in the camera app, like we've always had, and even though you might think it's just the same as last year, there are several noteworthy improvements. The camera sensors are essentially the same as the ones on the S21 Ultra, with a few minor tweaks here and there and some increase in stability. The focus this year was on software enhancements, with introduction of nightography, which basically improves the low-light video experience. I have to admit though, I haven't really used nightography so far. The new feature I have used though is the Expert RAW app. It is available for all the cameras on the back and it supports up to 16-bit RAW, which I then edit on Lightroom for Samsung. Taking photos has been awesome, but the video recording capabilities are still inferior to the iPhone in most cases. I'll let you guys see some of the photos and videos I took with this phone so you can judge by yourselves. Before my final verdict, I'd like to say a few things about the more basic features that the phone has. Unlocking the phone is as good as it gets, as you can have both the fingerprint scanner and facial recognition enabled at the same time. They're both super quick and reliable for day-to-day use. The phone is snappy and quick with no stutters, but I have experienced a couple of freezes for which I don't know the cause yet. Now the question is, should you buy it? The answer is, if you have the funds and you were already thinking about getting a new phone, then absolutely yes. I think now is the right time to buy, since you still can take advantage of the trade-in discounts and the promotions from Samsung. This also depends on where you live though. If you are a power user, or if your phone is important for your work, then this phone is as good as it gets in terms of productivity due to the inclusion of the S Pen and all the multitasking capabilities you have. What you shouldn't do is go out of your way and go broke to get this phone. So that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, all I ask is that you subscribe, leave a like, and maybe hit the bell for notifications for any future videos. Thank you very much.